So simply substitute m is equal to 0 and n is equal to 0. See what happens to the expressions. All the expressions becomes 0. That's why that mode doesn't exist. That's what we are going to tell. So TE00 mode doesn't exist. So which mode doesn't exist in rectangular waveguide for TE? Means you should tell TE00 doesn't exist. TE10 exists? Yes, it exists. TE01 exists? It also exists. TE11 exists? Yes, it exists. Higher or above TE11, all higher order modes exist. But in case of TM, do you remember what are the modes exist? TM11 and other higher order modes exist. Remaining modes becomes what? 0. There we have seen TE00, TE01, 10 all becomes 0. Okay, that's what the derivation of TE, a rectangular waveguide in transverse electric mode. So any doubts, I'll pause for 1 minute. If anybody having any doubts, why we are following this method is there is no boundary for condition for tangential component of magnetic field. That's the reason we have taken the electric field expressions from the electric field expression, because we know the tangential component of electric field becomes 0. That's why again we started our derivation with what? Ex, Ey, Hx, Hy only. Okay, got it? Any doubt? Any doubt? Understood, Amma?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
I'm clear, ma'am.
whatever the derivations we did, like I mean to say cutoff frequency, cutoff wavelength, and remaining things like phase velocity, group velocity, all are same even for TE mode, because the expression is not changing. Anyhow, what is h square we have got? H square is equal to a square plus b square. What is h square is equal to, we got gamma square plus omega square mu epsilon. That expression is not changing. That's why cutoff frequency, cutoff wavelength, guide wavelength, everything becomes same. But where is the difference is one parameter, there is a difference. What that parameter is called? What is the difference? Can you assume and tell me? Which parameter varies? Anybody? Any idea? Which
Ma'am, can you repeat
parameter?
the question, ma'am?
So I told all the other parameters, whatever the derivations we have done, all the parameters, all the derivations are valid even for TE. But only one parameter we need to derive once again. What is it? My question is clear to you? We have derived 6 parameters. Out of 6 parameters, 5 parameters are same for TE and TM. What is the one that parameter varies? Wave impedance. So what is the definition of wave impedance, Amma? Why that parameter varies? Just morning only we have done the derivation. So why that wave impedance varies? What is the definition of wave impedance? What is the definition of wave impedance?
The ratio of electric field in X direction to magnetic field in Y direction, ma'am.
It's a ratio, strength of electric field vector in one transverse direction to the strength of electric field, magnetic field vector transverse to the direction of this one. So what are the expression? Do you have the expression of Ex and Hy? I wrote the expressions of Ex and Hy.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the expressions we have seen? Morning C. Now we are deriving for TE mode. Yes or no? Here I wrote. Are you able to see the derivation what we did morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. In this derivation, what are the changes you need to do? Same derivation, same thing. Only thing is, first thing is you have to make Ez is equal to 0. Yes or no? For TE mode we are doing, not for TM. So what is TE mode? Ez is equal to 0. Hz doesn't become 0. Yes or no? So these are the two expressions. These two expressions doesn't change. So in these expression, what are the changes we need to do? This is the expression and this is the expression. What are the changes we need to do? Actually, we have to keep Ez is equal to what? We have to keep Ez is equal to 0. Since we are doing for what? TE mode. Ez is equal to 0. When you keep Ez is equal to 0, which two terms becomes 0 now? Tell me. This term becomes 0. This term becomes 0. So now Ex by Ey, if you write, what is the resultant expression becomes? Tell me.
J omega nu by gamma, ma'am.
J omega mu by, you are going to get J omega mu by gamma. Yes, good. What is gamma? I told you, we are
Alpha plus
interested
J
in
beta, ma'am.
alpha plus J beta, but alpha is attenuation constant. We are not interested in alpha. We are interested in propagation. Yes or no? So what is alpha is equal to, if you write, J beta. So if you substitute in that expression, what is ZTE becomes? Tell me.
Omega mu by beta, ma'am.
Omega mu by beta. What is beta expression, Amma? This is the expression of beta. Yes or no? What is the beta expression? This is the expression of beta. I'll try to do the derivation. Are you able to follow, Ma? Any difficulty? You please do it. Nothing is there. Whatever I told, please try to follow the steps. This device is not connecting. That's the problem. So finally, anybody done the derivation? What is the result you got? All the steps are present here. Wait a minute. I'll see. I'll connect one more time and I'll see. Anybody got the result? Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll see this device problem in live mode I'm getting. I'll do one thing. Once again, I will open the account. Okay. Now, are you able to see the screen?
No, ma'am.
Wait a minute, I'll see.
Ma'am, final expression is eta by square root of 1 minus fc by f whole square, ma'am.
Yeah, eta by, yes,
Yes,
derived, huh?
yes,
So
ma'am.
we are deriving for TE, ZTE, we are deriving wave impedance, we are deriving. So we have the expressions Ex, Ey. After simplification, you are going to get ZTE is equal to omega mu by beta So ZT is equal to omega mu by square root of omega square mu epsilon minus omega t square mu epsilon. So if you take in this expression, so mu epsilon common, what is the term you are going to get? Mu by epsilon into 1 by square root of 1 minus fc by f whole square. So this can be written as ZTE can be written as eta by square root of 1 minus fc by f whole square. What is for ZTM we got? ZTM is equal to, what is the expression? Morning we
Eta
got
into, ma'am. Eta
eta into square root of 1 minus fc by f whole square. Remaining expression is as it is. Okay, understood? These are the 6 field component expressions, very, very important expressions. They'll ask many times questions are related to analysis of TE or TM or these 6 field expressions. So just to go back and see your syllabus, how far we covered. So I think one more topic is there, losses in waveguide. What is the losses in waveguide? We will see in next class. Up to this, is it clear? Today, whatever we discussed, is it clear? We have done TE mode analysis and we have derived the parameters, guided wavelength, wave impedance for TE as well as for TM. Okay, so till now we did whatever we discussed is very, very important derivations. So whatever the PDF I've shared, everything is there. Please go through that and do the derivations. If you have any doubts, ask me in next class. So we have one more thing, that is power loss in waveguide. So we move to what? Waveguide, because to avoid those losses. Initially, we started our discussion with the coaxial cable. The coaxial cable is not at all suitable at very high frequencies. Above 1 gigahertz, there are conductor losses, dielectric losses. That's what we have discussed there. So to avoid those losses, we came for waveguide. Even in waveguide also, there are power losses. But here in power losses, you need to remember those expressions. There is no shortcut method. I'll show the expressions in that material it was given. Just you need to remember those 2 expressions. For even conductor losses and dielectric losses also exist. After that, we'll see what is a resonator, what is a cavity. In next class, we can see that one. Okay, so I think our lunch time is 12:30. I don't want to take much